welcome to We Are Fin, the Farm International Air Show. With me now from Salesforce, very pleased to be joined by Adam Spearing. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Not your first time here at Farnborough?
No, I came here as a child about 35 years ago, so yeah, it's a bit different now.
Certainly changed. I want to talk to you about big data. Yeah, a couple of years ago, the Internet of Things was what everyone was talking about. Then it was big data. It's a particular challenge for every industry, but more so for aviation. Can you tell me some more about that?
Yeah, I think it's a massive challenge for aviation for lots of reasons. First of all, this industry produces huge amounts of data, and I think using that data is a key thing, and it's not just the companies themselves, it's across the whole of the supply chain. You have data being produced by manufacturers of different components. You combine those components to provide solutions and aircrafts and all kinds of different capabilities, and actually I think the volume is the critical thing. The challenge is, how do you get that out of the silos and how do you turn it into useful information? Because data's great, but information is where we can actually start making decisions. And honestly, in my time of working in this industry, I see intellectual problems being solved as opposed to business problems. And that's where I think people have to think is, what's the value of this information? What am I looking for that I know? But how do I allow technology to help me find things I don't know about that? And so joining it all up is the critical thing. And IoT, Internet of Things, there's lots of different colours and names that you can give it, but it's critical that these organisations think differently, operate differently, and design the ways of working to capitalise on that data and information, because it's there. Why not use it? And there are other sources of information that I don't think this industry taps upon. We don't talk about social and what do people really feel about their experiences of using the technology and the products that are provided by the amazing companies that are here. But that's another rich source of information that the big data isn't really honing in on. We're looking at data off of turbines, failure rates on particular pieces of equipment, but there's a lot more that's out there that can really enrich that data to make it useful for organisations. So I think there's a big challenge and a long way to go. I see some amazing manufacturing companies really thought across their whole supply chain, their value chain, and really starting with that consumer or customer and going right the way back into where we're sourcing raw materials and looking at the data across there holistically, I think is a critical advantage. And it's those that do it that will really outstrip and outgrow the ones that don't.
They'll be the successful ones in the future.
Yes, definitely. I think the people that actually get that and get it now, when we talk about the fourth industrial revolution and aerospace 4.0, it's not just about the data, there's a lot of other components that go with this, but we are at, I think, an inflection point in society where there are going to be changes. They're going away from capital, sell it and service it later, to a service-based model that's subscription-based. And that's changing their ability to raise money, their ability to change how they do their research and design. They're enriching the data with the experience of the customer and the consumer. And I think that is very forward thinking, and I'd encourage more companies to think like that.
Adam, thank you for your insight.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
Now, for the latest on everything, of course, for the future of aviation, and indeed everything from the aviation industry in the UK and around the world, get online right now, find our YouTube videos at wearefin.com.